Quick, everyone take off your clothes. It's working.
Just need a little more.
We love you, honey.
What it is, guys? It's your boy BlastphamousHD, and today we are here to check out a video called Simply Times Lois Griffin Hilariously Changed Her Weight. This should be festive. Let's do this.
Hey everyone, today's video is all about the hilarious times Lois Griffin's weight has dramatically changed in Family Guy. Number 1, the Fat Lois Incident, Season 4, Episode 22. One beautiful evening, Chris proudly announces he's done with his homework and is about to sit down to read a story, but Lois, with the sharp intuition only a mother can have, knows he's lying. It's like Santa knowing when couples are about to go to bed.
What was that?
Hey, what the hell? Hey. Get out of here! Okay.
Peter pops in, confused by the pregnancy test in the house, and Lois casually drops the bomb that she thinks she might be pregnant. Stewie, shocked, wonders how on earth his dad still has the skills to aim so well, and even compares him to Lee Harvey Oswald.
Mr. President, up here! I voted for you! Wait a minute. That guy on the grassy knoll's got a gun! He's gonna shoot the president! Holy smokes, I've gotta do something! All right, Lee, time to become an American hero.
Peter understandably hopes Lois isn't pregnant, as he barely has enough money to feed his current family, let alone another kid. Lois, however, speculates that they might have gotten a little reckless during a role-playing game.
Oh, I need a spanking. I'm a bad girl.
I'm a paladin with 18 charisma and 97 hit points.
Peter plays a knight with decomposition skills that had me laughing uncontrollably.
I can use my Helm of Disintegration and do 1d4 damage as my half-elf mage wields his +5 Holy Avenger.
Paladins can't use the Helm of Disintegration.
Oh. Okay, then I'm a black guy.
Luckily for them, Lois isn't pregnant, but just to be sure, Peter insists she get her tubes tied. Lois refuses. Neither of them wants to go through with the procedure, so Peter suggests they settle it with a no-rules race from their house to Boston.
There, eat my dust, Lois.
Fenway Park, Duck Boat Tours. Fenway Park, Duck Boat
Of course,
Tours.
Peter loses, and in a twist of fate and his own reckless joy, he ends up getting a vasectomy.
Well, it looks like I'm a man with no sperm. But I'll always be a man with no sperm who once had a wonderful day.
That night, Peter chats with Cleveland about his newfound fear of never being able to have kids again, asking what he should do. Cleveland suggests freezing his sperm for the future, to which Peter nervously responds that the last time he tried to freeze his nuts, it didn't exactly go as planned.
Don't put your nuts in the freezer.
Bad squirrel. Those
Never
are
put your nuts
my
in the
nuts.
freezer.
My nuts.
Always goes bad.
You're just a hungry little fella, aren't you? But those are my nuts. Oh, God, no, my nuts, my nuts.
The next morning, Peter heads to the sperm bank, only for an accident to occur that leads to his sperm getting mixed up with someone else's.
Nurse, I've got a splinter!
Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Oh, God, I think I feel them moving.
This results in Stewie gaining a half-brother.
It's a boy.
Victory shall be mine!
After Peter's vasectomy, his interest in sex takes a nosedive, leaving Lois worried. Meanwhile, Peter starts getting more excited about things like trying on adult diapers.
You know, I'd love to stay and eat with you, but I gotta go meet Cleveland Joe and Quagmire down at
Wow.
the bar. So, just put my dinner in the fridge and I'll heat it up later. Love ya!
For the following days, Peter completely ignores Lois, which drives her to binge eat in frustration.
Hey, boys, you having a midnight snack? I'm just gonna grab something, too, and go back to bed. Alone. Again. Night.
Brian notices Lois is gaining weight, blaming Peter's lack of attention. He tells Peter to do something about it.
She's got elbow cleavage. You know that little wrinkle that fat people get on their elbows that looks like a schwa? I mean, you wouldn't have sex with her, would you?
Oh yeah, I would.
The next night, Peter takes Lois out to dinner, but instead of a romantic evening, he turns it into a roast of his own wife. He repeatedly body shames her, leaving Lois humiliated.
Sorry, fat wife coming through. Sorry, excuse me, fat wife. Oh, hold on a sec. All right, bring her through.
She snaps, saying Peter is making her feel awful, to which Peter replies, "At least it's not as bad as the time I got a gig as a clown for prison inmates."
Come on, I just did it like 5 times. Do it. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right. It's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to.
Over dinner, Peter comments on Lois's rapid weight gain, but instead of offering support or advice, he throws out rude remarks that only make her eat even more.
I'll show him fat. The only reason I'm eating anyway is because of him. He won't touch me. Do you think I'm fat?
Only if you think I'm a serial killer.
What?
Nothing.
Lois gains weight at an alarming rate, soon tipping the scales at several hundred pounds, prompting Peter to dub her Heozilla.
Oh, hey, Hogzilla. You happen to see my hot wife, Lois, around?
No, I haven't. Maybe she's out looking for a man who can satisfy her.
The atmosphere in their bedroom is getting increasingly grim as Peter continuously berates Lois for her size.
Hey, do me a favor. When you go to sleep, aim your butt the other way. Last night, for God's sake, you farted. I felt like somebody was sticking me with a cigarette lighter from the car. You're fat.
The turning point comes when Lois accidentally squashes Peter while lying on top of him. In an unexpected and somewhat magical turn of events, they both start to feel attracted to each other again.
Oh, Peter, are we having sex?
Let's check. Just lift up that fold right there. Yep.
After an amazing night, Peter finds himself more in love with Lois than ever. He even goes out of his way to prepare a massive spread of food for her.
Lois, last night was amazing.
It was, wasn't it?
Fat sex is the hottest sex we've ever had. There were so many boobs, I didn't know whose boobs I was grabbing. Your boobs or my boob?
Lois agrees that last night was incredible, even better than the time Peter fantasized about being Danny Aiello.
Interesting, Danny Aiello. You've got the best Spike Lee stories. What's that? You want to meet my wife?
Peter, stop it.
Lois, just say hello. You're embarrassing me in front of Danny Aiello.
However, Peter, in his infinite wisdom, starts pressuring Lois to gain even more weight by force-feeding her sweets.
Come here, my fat concubine.
Hey, I'm not even hungry.
I want you bigger. I want you fatter.
No.
It will please me.
The inevitable happens when, during a romantic moment, Lois has a heart attack.
I have no idea if we're doing it or if that's just the back of your knee, but either way, it feels so good.
Ow, Peter, you're on my arm. It hurts. Oh, my chest hurts too.
Peter, being the loving husband he is, doesn't rush her to the hospital. No, he insists on finishing what he started first.
Oh my God, you serious? Oh, we should get you to the hospital. All right, hold on a sec. All right, almost done. Almost done. Okay, let's go.
At the hospital, the doctor proceeds to suck out all of Lois's excess fat, restoring her to normal. Peter realizes his mistakes and apologizes, and just in case you were wondering what happened to all of Lois's fat, well, it's safely stored away in a freezer with Peter Griffin.
Hey, Doc, what did you do with my mom's fat?
Oh, it's right here in the storage closet.
It's exactly what it looks like.
The Griffin family is gearing up for a boating competition at Carter's mansion, and Peter is ecstatic, hoping that this will be the year he finally gets to join the team. He reminisces about his past glory days in the Four Peters Club. Upon arrival, Lois is thrilled to find out she and Peter will be staying in the room she used to stay in during high school. Stewie, ever the critic, spots a cup in the room and says it's the second most impressive cup he's ever seen.
And the Grammy for Album of the Year goes to Justin Timberlake. Ha! It actually goes to Nelly. Nelly.
Meg is stunned to learn that Lois was once crowned Miss Teen Rhode Island at 16, and Lois proudly shares that she was even offered a modeling contract back then, though Carter wouldn't let her take it.
My girl is not lowering herself to modeling. That sort of uncouth activity is below this family. Now go away, I'm busy.
Meanwhile, Stewie stumbles upon a cash scam seminar in the house where people are taught how to get rich quick. Stewie, suddenly inspired, wonders what it would be like to live the life of a playboy.
Green light, red light, Oh, Brandy, you're out. Sorry, you have to sleep with Rob Schneider tonight. Making cappies. Remember that?
I was born in 1987.
The next day, the Griffins gather at the harbor to compete in the boat race, where they're treated to a hilarious, slightly offbeat MC.
Newport would like to extend a special welcome to all those here today who have children stationed overseas in Iraq. I'm just kidding.
Since Carter refuses to let Peter join his team, Peter gets creative and enters the race in a bathtub. Classic Peter, right?
This is the SS Pewterschmidt kicker.
This is ridiculous. I won't have a member of my family racing in a bathtub.
Well, Daddy, you didn't want Peter in your boat, so Team Griffin is gonna give you a run for your money.
The race begins with John Hinckley. Yes, that John Hinckley as the starter. He's just been released from prison, and they let him do this.
You fired that gun real nice, John.
Wow, Jodie Foster. Hey, thanks.
Maybe I was wrong about you. Maybe I was wrong about all men.
As the race progresses, Carter continually mocks Peter, and Lois, fed up, decides she'll do whatever it takes to win, even if it means throwing Meg overboard.
Quick, everyone take off your clothes.
It's working.
Just need a little more.
We love you, honey!
Spoiler, they win the race, and Meg earns herself a new nickname, Sea Cow.
What is it, sir?
That's what we call a manatee, boys. Or in nautical slang, the sea cow.
The Griffin's victory is splashed all over the news, complete with a photo that Chris remarks
They ruthless for that one, bro. Ruthless.
shows how great Lois looks.
Wow, Mom, you look pretty.
Thank you, Chris.
Lois, feeling proud, decides to revisit her childhood dream of becoming a model.
I'm gonna become a model.
Hey, that's fantastic, Lois. And I'll pleasure myself to your photos.
Me too.
Me too.
Oh, God, Meg, that's sick. That's your mother.
She tracks down Mort to get some of the photos she took when she was younger. Because, of course, Mort is one of her biggest fans. Her first modeling gig, a photo shoot for Mort's Pharmacy.
I believe it. All other pharmacies are hits. Thereby prices reduce the competition.
While having dinner with Peter, Lois is approached by Cleveland, who asks for her autograph. Peter, puffing out his chest with pride, says, "I can't believe I'm sleeping with a model. I'm luckier than Bang from Rhode Island."
Well, I can't decide what to call this place. We'll flip a coin. All right, heads, Rhode Island. Tails, Kakapupupipi-shire.
As they dine, Karen Parada, a modeling agency owner, shows up and offers Lois a chance for more work if she signs with her agency.
Give me a call. Now perhaps some young gentleman would like to light me up?
Allow me.
Oh boy.
So, what's going on? You ever get freaky with that thing or what?
In her first professional photo shoot, Lois was absolutely thrilled, while Peter couldn't have been prouder of her.
Peter Griffin, how's it going? I'm hitting that.
Lois undergoes a major transformation after becoming a professional model, which sends Meg into a worried panic. She warns Peter, but of course, Peter couldn't care less.
Dad, how could you be okay with Mom parading herself around like this? I mean, she's half naked. It makes all women look bad.
Meg, who let you back in the house?
Things take a darker turn when Karen shows up at the Griffin house, offering Lois weight loss pills to help her maintain a model's body.
I just want to make sure you got everything you need. Hey, you like Pez?
Sure.
That night, Peter takes Lois to the Clam, where his friends focus entirely on Lois's looks. Peter's annoyed, but powerless. The crowd even encourages Lois to strip off her jacket, and she obliges.
Jack it up! Jack it up! Jack it up! Jack it up! Jack it up!
All right, that's it. That's enough.
Peter, upset, tries to stop Lois from becoming the town's newest obsession, but she's furious and storms off to the bathroom.
Pretty much.
Come on, come on! Go away!
In her emotional turmoil, she swallows the weight loss pills. Lois starts acting erratically, even spending the whole night out and not returning until morning.
Hey there, sweetie. I got a wax this morning, and let's just say you're cleared for landing, huh?
Oh,
Giggity.
She breezily claims she was just hanging out with some girlfriends, but drops a bombshell. She's been invited to a Vogue magazine party, and the guest list is more exclusive than the Garden of Eden.
So basically, you can eat from any tree you want except this one. Can we sit underneath it? You know, I would just not go near it at all.
At the party, Lois and her model friends engage in a disturbing contest to see who's the skinniest. Yes, Lois is now so thin it's downright shocking.
Check out these ribs, Lois.
Oh, yeah? That's nothing.
The milk's gone
Go
bad.
ahead, try them out.
All the titty gone and stuff. Come on, baby. Hey.
Hey, not bad.
Peter, desperate, turns to Carter for help, knowing that Carter might be the only one who can control Lois at this point. But Carter has one weird condition. Peter has to eat a pine cone first.
Eat it. It will amuse me. How is it? How does it taste?
It's awful.
Finish it. Eat it.
I hate it.
Eat it. Eat it. Swallow it.
It hurts.
This is for Lois. Go on.
They disguise themselves as hipsters and crash the Vogue party to drag Lois back home. Once there, Carter forces Lois to quit modeling, but she stubbornly refuses. Only when Peter speaks to her with heartfelt sincerity does she realize how much he loves her and how out of control things have gotten.
I just want you to be happy.
This is ridiculous. No daughter of mine is going to be happy.
Excuse me, Carter. I think I owe you this. That's for giving me a book last Christmas. You're rich, you jerk.
Lois, seeing Peter's love and support, comes to her senses, and everything returns to normal.
Hey, you want to make him really mad, Lois? Let's have sex on his back like we used to.
Oh, what the hell's going on? Oh, ew, 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 ew.
Number 3, Lois becomes a muscle girl in season 18, episode 10. The story kicks off when Lois gets a headache over Chris's terrible music skills. And why is that? Oh, just because his music teacher quit and was replaced by a bird.
See you tomorrow, Mr. Mason.
Lois thinks it's time to talk to the principal, but Chris disagrees. Peter, on the other hand, supports Lois, claiming that Chris shouldn't mess this up like Ski Lo messed up his wish.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat.
Skilo?
What?
You need money.
At school, Lois objects to having a bird teach music. Since she used to play piano and teach it for years, she suggests becoming the new music teacher.
Well, that changes everything.
I'm not gonna have sex with you.
I know. I just farted.
At dinner, Lois proudly announces her new gig as the music teacher, leaving Chris and Meg stunned, while Peter just wants a timeout in marriage.
I think Dad did this wrong.
Yeah, aren't we supposed to be the frozen ones?
Dad's a loser.
Yeah, he sucks.
Stop it.
Why, he can't hear us.
But I could hear them, and it hurt.
I couldn't stop laughing when Peter says, I can hear them, and it hurts so much.
Turns out, if you're gonna learn how to stop time in wizard school, don't leave class early to be the first in line for lunch. It was pizza day, and you'd think it's gotta be pretty good pizza being made by a magic wand and whatnot. But it was just okay.
The next day, Lois walks into school as the new music teacher, and her grand entrance makes the students crack up.
I'm your new music teacher, Mrs. Griffin, and I started from the bottom, now I'm here, so rap.
Oh my god, you're so lame.
Lois kicks off the class with, what is music? And a deaf student answers, nothing. Then, the stubborn Connie chimes in.
Stupid. Connie, you're just afraid, so you lash out. I get you, because I was you. Headstrong, full of anger, and a body that looked like it stepped right out of Red Book magazine.
Is that good?
Yes, that's good. You don't know. Shut up.
Connie, the rebellious student, clashes with Lois, pushing her to angrily say, get used to me, because Mr. Mason's at home with his wife.
Sweetie, it's the middle of the day. What happened? Oh,
I don't know
no.
what that means.
Well, I hope this doesn't affect our plan to have eggs. You wanted this to happen!
Lois vents to Peter that she's having trouble with Connie, but Peter, unsurprisingly, can't help and leaves.
Connie D'Amico. The name sounds familiar. I better go check Meg's yearbook. Pages 4, 6, 11, 27, 41, 42, and 60 to see if it's the babe I'm thinking of.
Lois sighs and wonders if she's cut out to teach high school, as she froze up with Connie earlier. Brian advises her to get tough, show Connie who's boss, just like Brian did with those squirrels.
So not a huge deal, but if you guys could keep your chittering down, I'm trying to get some writing done in the house.
Oh, yeah, no problem, bro. Also, maybe you could go
Your own face, huh? Could that be good? Yeah!
Actually, Brian couldn't control the squirrels. They humiliated him and Stewie roasted him.
All right, thanks, guys. Stewie, what are you doing here?
I followed you into your cutaway because I didn't believe you showed anyone who's boss. And I was right.
Did you get a sleeve tattoo of Freddie Mercury?
Yeah, it's a cutaway.
On day 2 of teaching, Lois tries to show the kids how music connects to life by playing the piano, but Connie makes her look ridiculous.
And finally, I got to school early and diarrheaed in the girls' locker room.
Oh.
The end.
You suck!
Lois, fuming, sends Connie to the principal's office and tries to stay calm while waiting for the bell to ring.
And then I will suddenly talk much louder and faster as you're heading out the door, okay? And remember, there's a quiz a week from Wednesday.
Oh, man!
Good, that means you heard me. This is how Hollywood thinks school teachers talk.
The principal decides to expel Connie for disrupting class 3 times this year, and Connie, furious, vows revenge on Lois.
Mr. McBride, do you know why you're here?
Yeah, maybe because I'm awesome, and you're a gay homosexual, and also the word jet ski a lot.
Yeah, you know why you're here.
Connie takes to social media to smear Lois, and Meg mentions that Lois is being cyberbullied, but Lois, ever unbothered, brushes it off.
Cyberbullying? Me? By the way, Vili Fu'ala'u is now a DJ in Seattle.
Stewie, however, compares Connie to that bratty Armenian kid in the candy shop.
Hey, little boy, can I help you?
Yes, I wish to buy business and turn into car wash.
Connie's revenge escalates when she spreads a rumor that Lois is transgender, forcing Lois into an uncomfortable date with a tomboy.
So, I got my blacksmith certification. I can make axes now.
Ah.
You in the market for an axe?
I'll keep this on the DL Hughley, but your next date should be with Christ.
Lois is exhausted from dealing with Connie, and Peter, as usual, doesn't care, suggesting Lois should just go to the police if Connie's ruining her life. Lois doesn't want to argue with ringing phones and typing sounds at the station.
She hacked all my internet accounts.
What?
Connie, I think she hacked my Twitter.
Well, without any hard evidence, Lois, I'm afraid there's nothing we can do.
Fine. I knew this would be a waste of time.
At the supermarket, Lois can't even buy her favorite paper towels because Connie bought them all, while Peter is distracted by weird new milk products.
So sorry. I need them all for the big mess you've made.
Hey, Lois, do we need any jeans milk at home? Oh, hey, Connie. Nice shopping outfit.
Lois tries to convince Connie to leave her a few rolls of Viva, but of course, Connie says no and even mocks Lois, pushing her to threaten her.
That's it. You'll pay for this, Connie. You better watch your step.
Ah, darn it. I couldn't open my camera in time. Oh, you can just text me yours.
I'm not texting you. I don't know you.
Then, out of nowhere, Connie dies in a mysterious accident with her car's brake line cut. The police suspect Lois since she threatened Connie earlier.
We've got you on grocery store video threatening Connie D'Amico. You're under arrest for her murder.
What? Guys, my mom was arrested for Connie's murder. No quiz!
Brian insists Lois didn't kill Connie, but all evidence points to her, so Joe is forced to arrest her. Peter, panicking, doesn't know what to do if Lois is gone.
2 or 3 more jokes, Peter.
So long, this is us.
Last one, maybe.
So long, see you in my dining room.
You got a stronger one to end on?
So long, bitchy 2 a.m. blanket pulls.
Ah, there we go.
Peter.
Brian and Peter decide to become reporters to prove Lois's innocence. But when Lois calls from jail, Peter doesn't ask any questions about the case.
Peter, I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for underwear that bunches up. That's why I wear MeUndies. Perfect underwear for hanging yourself in your jail cell.
Back at home, Peter and Brian search their bedroom for clues. But all Brian finds is Peter's Nerf gun from last summer.
No way. She said I lost that. She deserves to be in jail. Hey! Suck on that, Lois.
That was very close to my eyes, Peter.
It wasn't close to your eye.
That's why I took it.
It was so far from your eye.
And Peter, after racking his brain, comes up with the crazy idea to tear people's faces off to find the real killer. Predictably, that doesn't work.
Twins? Guess again. The newspaper is embarrassing me.
Defeated, they head home, but joy returns when Lois is freed because Joe discovers the truth. Connie faked her death to frame Lois. Peter humorously asks Joe about the pig Connie used to fake her death.
Yes? Excuse me, folks. Do you have a daughter named Peppa?
Yes.
You're gonna want to sit down.
And finally, we get to the moment we've all been waiting for. Lois, now jacked after her time in prison, makes Peter tremble in fear.
Do you like it?
I do, and I don't. You know, it was nice being held up against a wall, but when you made me suck the hairdryer, I enjoyed it. I did, but I don't want to do that specific thing again.
With superhuman strength and rapid healing, Peter is terrified of sleeping with her, and who can blame him?
Because I'm ready for round 2. Just gotta make sure the kids don't come in. Now no one can get in and no one can get out. Hands on the headboard, Chief.
Yes, ma'am.
Number 4, Lois gets buff in season 20, episode.
Oh God, that's something so scary that I've never had a nightmare about it because my brain loves me too much to do that. Think about that.
Episode 11. On Valentine's Day, Peter gives Lois an exercise bike, but Lois thinks he's pranking her.
How dare you buy me something that suggests I need exercise?
This is a loud way to say thank you.
After hearing her parents argue, Stewie and his siblings are downstairs discussing their plans for splitting up the divorce assets.
Anybody have Valentine's Day in the divorce pool?
That would be Meg.
Boom, boom, boom.
Picked a holiday. Smart. She's smart.
After some convincing from Peter, Lois decides to give the bike a shot. The next morning, she starts pedaling away, guided by the hilarious Cody Spraytan, who shares a story about almost meeting Adam Levine.
It's 2016, it's Vegas, I'm coming off a horrible breakup. First pool party in, I see who I think is a dirty man with tattoos, and I'm like, ugh. But then I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
The next day, Lois tries out the bike's scenic ride feature and picks Tour of France.
And I saw one get hit by a truck over there.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of squirrels get hit by a lot of things.
There are a lot of stupid squirrels.
Shouldn't you be wearing bike shorts instead of jean shorts?
Shorts are shorts.
Here she meets Dennis, who completely disregards any rules, making Lois groan with annoyance.
Bite me!
This isn't very fun. When are we done?
We ride until my ass falls out.
It's already out.
Then we're done.
After a few days of cycling, Lois starts to get into it. The next morning, she faces a new rival, Bonnie, and the two have an epic race.
You're not taking this from me, bitch. Suck it, Bon.
As they lose control, they begin bickering, eventually calling their husbands to cut the power.
Go rolling, dirt, you pig.
Your hair dye stinks.
Tell your daughter to stop watching me change. Peter, go cut her power.
Hey.
Lois quickly becomes ridiculously buff, so much so that Stewie doesn't recognize her and assumes they've rented their house out to a European student.
Hey, little man.
Lois? But you're hot.
All right, everyone out. I got a soupy keister.
At dinner, Meg compliments Lois on her fit body, while Chris says she looks muscular, comparing her to Madonna.
You look like Madonna.
You want to say that again? Who do I look like?
The mom from Modern Family.
That's right. Julie Bowen. That's the appropriate answer.
Lois jokes that Peter should try the bike, but he flat out refuses, until Lois points out how cool cycling looks.
Name one cool person who rides a bike.
Kermit the Frog.
Okay, skinny legs, here I come.
However, Peter's out-of-shape body leads to him riding the bike with terrible posture, injuring his man jewels.
Ow! 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 My balls!
Why would
the
you
other one.
You should stop.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Brian, lounging outside, hears Peter's agonizing scream and instinctively barks in sympathy, because, of course, dogs do that.
Excuse me, I have to go bark.
At church, Lois asks Stewie if he wants to join her at a mother and child class the next day. Naturally, Stewie thinks Lois is asking him out and agrees, thinking she's showing some muscle-bound affection toward him.
Are you asking me out on a date? Well, I'm gonna have to get waxed first. I want you to make it look like Caillou.
He's feeling pretty good about Lois's new tough guy persona and can't wait for some one-on-one time with her during the class.
You ready to play again? Me too. My refraction period is very short. I finish fast, but I can go a lot. Some people prefer that. A good refractor.
What?
When the drumming game starts, Stewie imagines Lois as a ripped guy teaching him how to drum, but then it's Stewie's turn to stand behind Lois and guide her, which just turns into a hilarious moment that leaves the audience in stitches.
Is everyone watching? Are they impressed with how quickly I refracted?
When they return home, Brian asks how the date went, and Stewie says everything was perfect, except Lois already had a kid. What's funny here is that at the end of the sentence, Stewie adds a weird sound effect that somehow summons a horse.
I'm here now. What is it?
Oh, no, I was using that to punctuate my sentences.
Don't do that. I walked very far thinking I'd get a carrot. Very far. There's no carrots, guys.
Later that night, Lois tucks Stewie into bed and walks away, causing him to burst into tears because he wants to sleep with Muscle Lois. And surprisingly, this tactic works.
You can sleep with Mommy in the big bed tonight, okay?
The big bed? Well, Rupert, don't wait up, because I'm gonna be...
The next morning, Stewie excitedly tells Brian that he slept with Lois, though in his case, slept with Lois just means he got some quality bedtime cuddles with his muscle-bound mom. Stewie, ever the naive little guy, is just trying to act grown up, though it's clear he has no clue what's going on.
Look, all I know is I woke up sideways on the other end of the bed from where I started. But tonight is the night it is going down.
Brian, utterly confused, watches Stewie make a big deal out of it and just decides to leave to grab a coffee and sunbathe instead.
Chris was FaceTiming with a foot in there. I'm gonna just call it a day, go to sleep. Dogs can just do that.
Does anyone know how to send athlete's foot spray to Romania?
By evening, Stewie decorates his room with flowers and candles for a romantic night, allowing Rupert to be the audience for his little charade.
Tonight is the night, Rupert. She's gonna be here any minute, and I need everything to be perfect. You'll finally get to watch, you little freak.
Stewie is all set, but when Lois appears, she's no longer muscular. This utterly crushes him, and he storms off in disappointment.
Mind if I join you?
Don't mind at all. Wait! Where's that rippling hot bod? No, you can't still watch. There's nothing to watch. It's not happening.
And the episode wraps up with Lois offering some sage advice. Don't buy exercise equipment you don't use, and don't leave it scattered all over your house.
Please, before you buy one of these pieces of equipment, think about if it's gonna be better than watching Ozark. Thank you. Ah, damn it! Who put that weight there?
Number 5, Lois becomes a giant in Season 5, Episode 10. The story kicks off when Meg wants to throw a huge party with her friends and a band. Lois and Peter agree, which makes Meg ecstatic. Only, Peter and Lois have no idea what kind of party Meg is talking about.
What's she talking about? A party for what?
I don't know. She have a period or something? She getting married?
No, if she was getting married, we probably would have seen a guy around, right?
Sound reasoning.
You guys, it's Meg's birthday next week.
It turns out they completely forgot Meg's birthday. In fact, Peter openly admits he hates kids' birthday parties, claiming it's worse than the time he got stuck behind Robert Loggia at the airport.
Can you spell that for me?
Certainly. That's Robert Loggia. T as in Tim. Look over there. It's Robert Loggia. Space. L as in look. It's Robert Loggia.
Later, Peter orders a birthday cake for Meg, but when the baker asks how old Meg is, Peter has no clue. And it's not just Peter. Lois doesn't know either.
No, I have no idea. Don't you remember me faking my way through her last birthday? You are going on, fellas will fall in line.
Lois wonders if she should ask Meg her age, but Peter feels it would be awkward. So naturally, he comes up with an even worse idea. They go upstairs to Meg's room and attempt to drop hints so she'll reveal her age. Spoiler alert, the plan fails miserably and Meg gets furious.
You stupid son of a bitch! You don't even know how old I am!
Meg, that kind of language is not appropriate for a girl your age. Or is it?
I'm gonna be 17, you jerks!
She's the jerk.
The Griffin family welcomes guests to Meg's birthday party, including Francis, Peter's stepdad.
Here, this is for Megan.
Oh, what is it?
It's a cookie from lunch period at the home.
Well, I'm sure she'll love this.
I want to see her eat it.
Quagmire also shows up to wish Meg a happy birthday, but what he's really interested in is Meg's friends.
Hey, you know there's a drink named after you? The grasshopper says, you mean there's a drink named Irving?
I don't even know if that's a joke.
So which one of you wants to lose your virginity?
Meg complains to Lois that the party is boring, and Lois tries to comfort her by saying Peter has a big surprise in store. Peter, of course, dresses up as a clown and presents Meg with the gift of a pile of handkerchiefs he pulled out of his mouth.
Yeah, I don't think you're actually supposed to swallow those.
Here you go, Meg.
I don't want them.
Take them.
Not only does Peter swallow a bunch of handkerchiefs, but he also has to pull out the jeans, causing him serious pain in the process.
Hey, are my long johns tied to the end of those?
No.
Oh, God.
What are you doing, man?
Ow! Ow!
Meg is dying to open presents, but when she looks over, she sees Stewie, the little gremlin, has already opened every single one.
What the?
Hey, let's see what else we've got here. The first season of Sister Sister on DVD.
You're welcome.
Lois, understandably upset, scolds Stewie, but Stewie, being a toddler, thinks it's his gift, and that he has every right to open it, especially after being tricked by an Asian Santa at the store.
What you want? What you want for Christmas? I was thinking maybe one of those old-timey... Too late! Take too long! Sad Christmas! What you want?
Fire truck!
What color?
Red!
Next!
Peter, meanwhile, doesn't care about any of this and is just chilling with his beer. When Francis sees Peter, he demands that Peter take off his clothes because he looks like a clown.
You look like a damn fool.
Dad, you won't say that when you see my grand unicycle finale.
Naturally, Peter ignores him and proceeds to take his unicycle out to entertain everyone. The result? Francis ends up in the hospital with severe internal injuries.
All right, this is gonna blow you guys away.
Grandpa! Oh my God! Is he breathing?
Somebody call an ambulance!
Lois, maybe you better call 2 ambulances.
Before he dies, Francis musters up the strength to deliver a final message to Peter.
Never get a unicycle stuck up your anus, man. When women find out, they won't believe you that it was an accident.
You're a fat, stinking drunk.
There's gotta be something I can do. Maybe I'll bury him in the pet cemetery. Okay, I'll bury him in a regular cemetery.
The Griffin family is solemnly mourning Francis's death, but behind closed doors, Lois and Brian are secretly celebrating because, let's face it, Francis was kind of a jerk.
We're all gonna miss him.
Tragic.
After this, Peter swears off alcohol and switches to something even worse, another terrible habit.
Peter, what are you doing? Crack?
What the Hey, at least I'm not drinking, Brian.
Yeah, this isn't exactly a good substitute. Where'd you get crack?
From blacks.
What?
Brian encourages Peter to find a healthier way to quit drinking, but not before he tries his new habit first.
Hey, Peter, just thought I'd check on you. Oh my God!
Government came and took my baby!
Meanwhile, Stewie is in full troublemaker mode, snooping through the adult stuff, this time Lois's jewelry drawer.
Oh, what's this? Hot Monogamy, the board game for failing marriages.
What the fuck?
Dare card. Have her do a striptease and see how long it takes you to get a boner.
When Lois catches him, she's furious and demands Stewie return her jewelry. But Stewie, not listening, breaks one of Lois's necklaces, pushing Lois to the edge, and she slaps him.
If I can't have it, nobody can!
That is enough!
You struck me!
Yeah.
Stewie, in classic Stewie fashion, runs off to his room, locks the door, and cries, claiming he's never been so scared since that time he rode with Mother Teresa.
She is messed up, man! Shut up! Just shut up! Let me think! Push her out. We can't leave her alone. Push the bitch out!
In his panic, Stewie imagines Lois as a giant, coming after him with brutal force.
I'm sorry, I misbehaved!
Oddly enough, the thought of being punished fills him with energy and excitement. Just as Stewie is embracing this weird new fantasy, Lois enters the room to comfort him.
I promise I will never lay a hand on you again.
Well, let's not make any rash decisions. I mean, I did provoke you. Come on, Lois, hit me. Beat the crap out of me. Step on my cubes.
The next morning, Stewie approaches Lois, hoping she'll punish him again, and even starts making mischief to get her to scold him.
What's next? What's next? What's next? Oh, God, I've been so bloody naughty. Oh, I need to be taught a lesson, and you're the one to do it. Ah! Oh, thank you!
But Lois, learning from her mistake, refuses to discipline him. So Stewie, disappointed, tries a new tactic. He draws a giant picture of heavyweight boxer David Tua on the wall, hoping it'll make Lois mad enough to slap him. But Lois? She just grabs some cleaner to wipe it off, leaving Stewie utterly deflated.
Come on, discipline me! Make me wear panties, rub dirt in my eye, violate me with a wine bottle. My God, I really do have problems, don't I?
Word? Type of nasty shit. Careful, man. That's how they got Johnny Depp. At least that's what Amber Heard said. He used the whole Coca-Cola bottle. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to comment, like, and or subscribe to more BlastphamousHD. And be a man or a female, make sure to steer clear of Coca-Cola bottles. Twist.